Our endgame is to stop smoking. Those who use the willpower method rely on never smoking again. Very important and crucial differences that will determine your success. As mentioned before, if you rely on willpower and never smoking again, you will spend your entire life waiting to see if you fail or succeed. But you won't know whether you succeed or fail until you either A. pick up smoking again, or B. die. Brittle, I know. If your endgame is to stop smoking, you remove that uncertainty straight away and live a full life without thinking about cigarettes or thinking about whether you will succeed or fail. This is a common mistake smokers make when they attempt to quit. What we must achieve is to remove your desire to smoke before the end of the video series. You don't want to become a whinging ex-smoker who still desires cigarettes and feeling deprived. I assume you have no desire to inject heroin into your veins. Do you then spend the rest of your life worried about not being allowed to do it? Of course not. Why would you? You have no desire at all to do so. You might be yelling at me in your head right now, screaming, "But I've never been a heroin addict." Yeah? So what? Neither have I, but I have been a nicotine addict. But I have no more desire to smoke cigarettes than I have to inject myself with heroin. So once we've removed the desire to smoke and taken precautions to ensure that the desire never ever returns, we're already free. What we're trying to achieve is a frame of mind. You will always have good days and bad days, but never at any point during these days have you ever wanted to inject yourself with heroin. You just simply accept the events of the day or cope with it. When you have your last cigarette, instead of feeling miserable and deprived, you'll now be feeling a terrific, marvellous sense of elation. Isn't this amazing? I don't need cigarettes. I'm officially a non-smoker. You become a non-smoker the moment you extinguish your final cigarette. Typically, with the shitty willpower method, other smokers and non-smokers will tell you that you are apparently a non-smoker the moment you stop thinking about it. Any change comes with an adjustment period, and luckily with this series, there's no false promises, and the adjustment period is small, and removes all doubt or uncertainties as we've destroyed them all before you watch the last video. Your final cigarette will be one of triumph, and while it may be difficult to comprehend at this point, by the end of this series, you will be 100% confident in your decision, and trust me, as a former heavy smoker, you will have no desire to return to smoking. You may get cravings, but these are easier to overcome with the knowledge you've already equipped. By day 100 of stopping smoking, you'll feel the true confidence and certainty of never going back to cigarettes ever again. To achieve that 100-day milestone, we need to remember that there are no advantages to being a smoker, no matter what one of the 5 types of smokers we perceive ourselves to be. All types of smokers are still suffering from a form of insidious nicotine addiction. Ignore all the latest fads and terrible products that claim to assist smokers in successfully quitting. Nicotine replacement is still nicotine addiction, and a total fucking waste of money. I've personally hated all the patches, sprays, and gums, all that bullshit. They gave me hiccups, they tasted like shit, or in the case of hypnosis, it didn't actually work past 3 weeks despite trying it twice and paying $600 overall. You can avoid these costly methods by now knowing how to destroy your nicotine addiction. So how do we effectively destroy any notion of addiction coming back? We need to understand the concept of addiction itself and revisit what makes us addicted to smoking in the first place. And another cold hard truth in the next video is that addictive personalities, they simply do not exist.